Do you feel like your marriage is hopeless? Does it feel like it would take a miracle to heal your marriage?
Good news! God is still working miracles today. Stay tuned.
Hey, my name's JR.
And I'm Carrie.
Welcome to My Marriage is Worth It, where we bring hope and joy to dead, dying, and boring marriages. If that sounds like you or something you can benefit from, go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we post videos just like this one.
So today, we're talking about miracles. You might be asking yourself, does God still work miracles today? Or was that just in the Bible times? And is my marriage really that important to God that He would work a miracle in mine? Well, in today's video, we want to reignite your belief in miracles and in the power of God to work in your marriage.
You know, when Carrie and I were in our third separation, people literally said it would take a miracle for our marriage to work. And they were right. We had messed things up royally. We were always fighting. I don't think there's a single day that we didn't have some sort of blow up.
Our marriage was filled with anger, pain, and insecurity. In our hearts, we loved each other, but our words and our actions said something completely different. And not only that, but we kept running away.
Well, at least I kept running away. I tried really hard those first 8 months, but after that, I lost all hope. I couldn't see a way out. And in our third separation, I was convinced that we were headed straight for a divorce.
But God intervened and did something that today people would say was truly miraculous. He changed our hearts. And that is the first thing we need to realize, is that nothing changes if nothing changes, and nothing changes if we don't change.
And that's the first thing. If you want to see a miracle, you have to be ready for God to do a miracle. You have to be looking for that miracle. Too many times we're so focused on our spouse and the situation, what they're not doing right, what's going wrong, oh, they'll never change. But we need to change our focus. We need to change our attitude and our outlook. And we need to be looking for God to do a miracle in our situation. And we need to be willing to do the work that God has for us to do. You know, God's not going to waste a miracle on us if we're not willing to pick up the shovel and start doing the work that we need to do. And you also have to accept that that miracle may not look the way you think it's going to look. Sometimes we think that in order for our marriage to be saved, our spouse has to do this or this has to happen. But maybe God has something bigger and better in store. And you have to be open to whatever He determines is best.
So God changed our hearts. And today we've been married for 26 years. We gave our lives to Jesus, and He gave our marriage back to us. He did a miracle in our marriage, and He's still doing miracles today. We just need to look for them and recognize them when we see them. We know, we get it. There's a lot of chaos and sin in this world. There are a lot of people that are not willing to change or make amends. But if we look around, we see that there are a lot of people who are changing. They are doing the right things. They are trusting in God, and God is doing awesome things in their lives.
You know, it's easy to look at the world around us and think there's no hope. It's easy to look at our spouse and think they are never going to change. And you know what? You're right. Outside of God, we're all doomed. But our God is still on the throne, and praise God, He is active and alive and still doing work today. Which is something we need to understand. The things that we call miracles, that we think are miracles, it's just another day at the office for God. I've said this many times before. If God can call all of the universe into being by the sound of His voice, then the problems of our marriage are nothing for Him. In Casablanca, my favorite movie, Rick, played by Humphrey Bogart, my favorite actor, says this: "Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't mount up to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that."
What my husband is trying to say is not that God doesn't care, but that the problems we face today, while they are huge and seem insurmountable, they don't amount to a hill of beans compared to God working. And it's not really that much of a miracle for Him. It's just God being God.
Now, here's looking at you, kid. All right, I'll try to turn off my inner bogey. And lastly, if a miracle still seems like, well, a miracle to you, then take it in smaller chunks. Maybe your spouse coming to you, apologizing, and pledging their undying love and devotion is a pretty big undertaking.
Then look for a little miracle. Those small wins, maybe a slight compliment. Maybe they say something without a sarcastic tone. We say take it one day at a time. Well, take it one miracle at a time.
Since we're talking about my favorites today,
Are we?
yes, we are. My favorite motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar, says, you go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll always be able to see further.
Listen, it doesn't have to happen all at once, but we are telling you, believe us. If you do your part and trust God for the rest, you will see miraculous things start to happen in your life and in your marriage.
Okay, so now it's your turn. Go ahead and post in the comments below one little miracle that you're looking forward to in your marriage today. And hey, if you want to know how to apply these principles to your marriage, go ahead and click on the description below for more resources. Until next time, my marriage is worth it.
Is yours?